Let me just make sure we're all together. All right. Okay, can you hear me? If you can hear me, raise your hand, please. All right, I see a couple hands. Awesome. Okay, that means we are on. So good evening to this edition of Own Your Life, all about your lifestyle opportunity. My name is Ron Zaire. I'll be your host for this evening. Over the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to share with you some things that people have been doing to really own their own life, to create their own lifestyle opportunity, and to create and really fulfill their dreams while making a difference in the world. So I've got some people with me tonight who are going to share their experience, because it doesn't matter what I say if it hasn't been working for people. So I want you to pay special attention to those. And also, we'll be going through some details on what people are doing to really own their life and create a lifestyle freedom to really enjoy. So before we get kicking off, I would like to ask a couple people that we've got on who I am privileged and honored to work with for a number of years now, who are going to be sharing with you about what they've done in order to own their own life. So let me get a couple of these unmuted here. First off, we've got, oh, I don't, okay. That's first off, we're going to have Kim Gregg. Is Kim with us? Let me just find her so I can unmute her. Hello, Kim. Are you with us?
Hi, Ron.
Hello, Kim.
Well,
Kim is
boy,
with us. I've
I wouldn't.
unmuted her,
Yeah, can you
but
hear me,
we're not
Ron?
hearing her. Hello, Kim. Are you with us?
Oh,
Okay, I'm not hearing Kim, so let's move on. Just looking down here, Barb Ashcroft. Barb Ashcroft just sent me a text. She's not able. Well, do you know what? I see my good friend Ron Britton on here. And Ron, are you with us, Ron?
Can you hear me?
Hello,
Can you hear me
Ron.
okay?
Hey, now I can hear
Yeah.
you. Absolutely. Okay, awesome.
Hey. Wow.
Oh, and
This
I
is
just heard that
great.
Kim was talking as well. So I was the one who wasn't able to hear. So, Kim, we're going to come back to you. But, Ron, great to have you on with us tonight. And could you just share? I know I'm putting you on the spot here because we hadn't rehearsed this at all. So, give me some good stuff for sure. But could you just share for a minute, what has it meant for you to create your own lifestyle, and what has it meant for you to own your life?
Well, Ron, it's been life changing for us. I was a corporate executive for a number of years. I had the JLB, went to the job, and I was thankful for that. But when we started getting into network marketing, we had another dream that was bigger than our other dream, and we kept working at it. And it's just been an incredible journey. We've had incredible success. All of our dreams have come true, really. Being your own boss, working with the people that you really like to work with, being able to live anywhere you want. We just bought a brand new home here in Brentwood, California, and we're debt free. We have a really wonderful income because of our opportunity. We've been able to get some of the things that we haven't been able to get in the past. Uh, it's just been great. Um, the one thing I love about this business is that anybody really can do it. We don't have any. You can. Somebody once said you can come from jail or you can come from Yale. It doesn't really matter because this is an equal opportunity business, and so all it takes is motivation and drive and stick to itness. And the world is out there to take on, and it's such a beautiful thing because it's also, Ron, since we've been involved in the last few years, especially getting to know you and Lois and some of the other people that we're privileged to work with, it's been a personal development program for me. I've grown personally over the last few years like I've never done before, and I was in opportunities and business and so forth, but there's something about our opportunity that brings out the best in people. And I really feel like have grown more in the last few years than I had in 20 years before that. So anyway, I'm just totally excited. It's just fantastic, and I get to work with the best people in the world, and so I'm just thrilled, and I'm thrilled with helping other people get their dream too, Ron. And that's the beauty of this business is it's not about us. It's about other people. It's about helping other people reach their goals and their dreams. And when you can do that, you wake up in the morning feeling great and you go to bed feeling gratified because you're making a difference in the world.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ron, for sharing that. That was really powerful. I appreciate that. Now, not everyone does this, and it by no means is mandatory. But Ron, you work with your wife in this business. Is that correct?
I do.
You do, and I believe that Sandy is on. So thank you much, Ron. Let's, Sandy, would you be willing just to share a little bit of your experience and your passion for this kind of business? And let me just get here to find you, and then I will unmute you, Sandy. Just give me a minute. All right, Sandy.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Awesome. Sandy, just
Um,
give us in a nutshell, what has it meant for you to create your own lifestyle and to have lifestyle freedom?
Well, for me, it's I like being in charge, and I like
Okay.
being able to be in charge of my life. And I also like to be a change, like I love the word change agent in the world, and I feel like I'm making a difference in the lives of other people. But for the biggest change for me, it's been that I don't have to go to the 8 to 5 job, and I've done that. I've had administrative jobs like Ron has very early in my life, in my early 20s, but I've actually been pretty much doing network marketing full time for 30 years.
Hmm.
And for me, it's because I choose this, and I can't understand why anybody wouldn't choose this. Does it mean I don't work as many hours as everybody else? Not always. Sometimes I work more, sometimes I work less, but I get to choose the hours I work. I get to choose when I work and what I do, the way I dress each day. Everything is there because of my choosing. I have no time clock that I'm punching in and out. If I'm late, I'm late. I don't have to worry about a boss telling me I'm not fired. But most of all, it allows me to be and have and live to my fullest potential. I think a lot of times, and nowadays I think it's better than it used to be,
Hmm.
that so many times women have felt like they haven't been able to reach their fullest potential of what they're capable of doing in this world. And it's gotten so much better over the last 20 years. But I came on board at a time where that wasn't always so. Sometimes women were passed over for other type of management jobs. But here we have an opportunity where women have an opportunity to be all that they can be, and and it's like Ron said, there's no respecter of persons. It doesn't matter what your background is and what your nationality or your sex is. You have an opportunity to excel to your highest potential. So that whole part that Ron was mentioning about personal development has been absolutely critical. I've also been extremely passionate about wellness most of my life, and the idea that we can really make a difference in the way people feel on a daily basis on a health level is I'm just as passionate about that, as well as the difference that we're making in people's lives when it comes to their income. And nothing is more gratifying than somebody get their first 100, 500, $5,000 check and see how that changes their lives. And now Ron and I are really looking at impacting the lives of other people all around the world. And the opportunity to travel is, I mean, you could just hardly keep us down. We love it, So I just, I just wish that people would understand that it's the hard work in the beginning, where it seems like you're working hard and your income is lower. If you continually, consistently do the compound effect or the slight edge of doing the right things over a period of time, all of your dreams and all of the dreams you could have ever imagined will come true. Just stay true to what you're doing, and you will see incredible things happen with this industry and with RBC Live.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sandy. That was really powerful. I appreciate it. And as someone who's known you for a number of years, I know that not only are you talking that stuff, but you really do live it out. And that's awesome. So I know that Kim was on, and apparently I've had all kinds of people messaging me say Kim was talking, but you couldn't hear her. And so then I checked, and lo and behold, I had turned my volume down. So, Kim, I do apologize. Are you with us? Hello, Kim. Kim, are you with
Okay,
us?
am I on now?
Now you are on.
Wow, technology.
Thank you. It is a wonderful thing sometimes when we can control
And
it, not it
sometimes.
controlling us. So, Kim, I'd like you to share, if you would, just what has it meant to you to begin to create your own lifestyle? And I know that Sandy was talking and Ron were talking, and they've been doing this for many, many years. And you've just more recently come on board to work with us, and it's been our pleasure, and we're so excited to do that, to be have that privilege to work with you. But what has it meant for you, and what are some of the rewards that you're beginning to see and to experience?
Well, what I really like about this business, and specifically RBC Life, because I have tried on other MLMs, and they just didn't work for me. But I took this business seriously in September, October of last year, and cannot believe how the success that we've enjoyed. My husband and the support from home office is second to none. The personal development, second to none. Teamwork, second to none. You're never in this alone. Everyone has your back. It's helping people to help people. It is an amazing company. I often say in seminars that I've been searching for the last 30 years to find my perfect work, and I have indeed found it. I have had a job. I was a senior project manager for an engineering company, and every time I got a raise, it's, oh my God, I've got to do this again for another 6 months. And this has given me the freedom to make up my own mind where I live, what I do, and how I do it with the people I want to work with. And being in a job and not having the luxury of saying, no, I really don't want to do that project today, or I want to do 3 projects tomorrow because I want to take the day after that off to be with my family. So I couldn't, I just wish the heck that I hadn't wasted my first 30 years in the trying to climb the corporate ladder. I wish I had been shown RBC Life back then.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kim. And I know we've got some of your team members who are on the call, and if we would open it up, I know that every single one of them would give their agreement about how exciting and how fulfilling and meaningful it has been to be on a team with you, and to see lives being changed, and to see some dollars coming in as well.
Yes, exactly.
Now, Kim, we gotta put this out there, because you said you started to take this seriously last October. And what do you plan on doing this coming October?
I plan on being on a Caribbean or Mediterranean cruise with my beloved husband and with some of the strong leaders in RBC Life, courtesy of RBC Life, as an incentive award that my husband and I have received for achieving our milestone, that we only really started putting our real heart and effort into it back in October. And as Barb often says, I'm the poster child for this organization, because once you set your mind to something, it's for anybody who's on the phone and is waffling right now, don't waffle. Don't waffle. You always wanted to be the first one out there, and you don't have to be, but by golly, the company does absolutely everything it can to help you succeed.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim. And we're excited about the success that you've been having, and we're cheering you on. We know that there's 6 days left till the end of June. That's when the qualification period ends, and you've got the thing like so close to being in the bag. You're not coasting.
It's in the bag, Ron.
What's that?
It's in the bag.
It's in the bag. I didn't look at the numbers today yet, but awesome. Awesome. Congratulations. And that is phenomenal. Good work for you and for Bob as well. All right. So So some of you are going to be asking and thinking here as you hear these stories, is this too good to be true? And what are they talking about? And what really is this about? Well, let's talk about it, and let's go through. I'm going to go through these slides, share this presentation with you, and I'd like you just, if you got a paper and pen handy, take some notes, jot down some thoughts, some things that are working and happening inside of you as we go through this, if you would please. So first off, the statements we're making have not been evaluated by Food and Drug Administration. We're going to be talking about some products. They're not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. We're not in disease management. We're not part of the medical system. We're about health care. We're about caring for health. Okay? But let's talk first off about dreams. And you've heard Kim talk about dreams. You heard Sandy talk about dreams. Ron talk about dreams. Let's talk about dreams because all of us have them. And what are yours? And take a minute if you're in front of a computer, which I think most of you are, just put into the chat. What are some of your dreams that you have? I'm not going to unmute everybody because we don't want all that background noise, but what are some of the dreams that you have? Maybe it's been to travel to a certain place. Maybe it's been to volunteer. Maybe it's been to have a certain car. How many of us have leafed through a magazine and said, if only I could get that car? Maybe it's been to get a house, a new house. We just heard Ron and Sandy talk about the new house that they've just moved into a couple weeks ago. Maybe it's been to pay off debt. How stifling can that be? Maybe it's been to have more leisure time. Maybe it's been to have time with loved ones. Maybe it's been to have time to buy clothes, to get an education for yourself or for someone else. Maybe it's a dream to really contribute to the lives of other people, both with your time as well as with your finances. Maybe it's been to go on a vacation of a lifetime. Maybe it's been to have a nest egg saved up in case you would need it at some point in time. What are your dreams? Don't they boil down to health to enjoy life and wealth and time to experience life? Maybe your dream has been to be what you can be and to use your potential and talents and do something that is meaningful and fulfilling. We all have our dreams, and yet sometime along the way we end up shrinking those dreams down to fit our reality. We give up on the idea of travel and we say, wow, I just sit in my lazy boy and watch the Travel Channel because it's safer, the food is better, the seats are more comfortable, and there's no mosquitoes. Maybe we give up on our dream of a luxury car, of that house, and we excuse it away as we shrink those dreams to fit our reality instead of growing our reality to fit our dreams. And so what we're talking about tonight is how can you grow your reality so it fits your dreams? You see, there's two pressing problems that rob people of their dreams. One is an epidemic of poor health. Did you know that 97% of Americans are nutritionally deficient? Disease rates are skyrocketing while life expectancy decreases. Can't tell you how many times I look at the children that my kids go to school with. I look at my kids and I think they're the first generation in history. According to stats that we have today, they're the first generation in history that have a shorter life expectancy than their parents. And yet we forge ahead with little investment in prevention. It's all about treatment, procedures, symptom suppression, toxic drugs, Band-Aid solutions. If you're struggling with poor health, I have to tell you, it's not your fault. Because we're told to just chop it out, zap it, drug it, Band-Aid, cover it up. And what kind of a solution is that? Number two pressing problem is people are losing control of their finances and their time. Working longer hours, we're weighted down by more stress, and yet at the same time, personal debt and bankruptcies are rising. And we hear in the news just today, get ready to say goodbye to low interest rates, because we're starting to see shifts. And how scary is that for so many people who carry mammoth mountains of debt? And so it is that 95% of people end up out of time and out of money as they reach their so-called golden years. And here's the thing. The common solutions that are out there are not solutions, they're band-aid solutions. Yeah, for your sickness, just cover it up. How many times do you see an ad for something that is for to deal with the symptoms of a particular health problem? We're covered up with a band-aid so we can't see the problem, so it's not evident, so the pain is not as loud, but still health breakdown plods on and on and on. And on the financial and the stress and the time side of it, we're told to save more money. We're told to work more hours. We're told to get a second job. We're told to wait it out till retirement. But what kind of options are those? And if you're someone who's been faced with those answers, and have struggled to accept those answers, there's a different way. And just as you've heard it from Sandy and Ron and Kim, and we could have so many others share with you their experience, there is another way. Back about 25 years ago, a gentleman who really is a hero to many of us, a man by the name of Clinton Howard, and this man had grown up with no advantages whatsoever, had a phenomenally successful career in business, in the health industry, as well as in the medical establishment. And one day, this man looked around and saw the poor health that so many people struggled with. He saw the financial stress that both young families and those in their golden years were weighted with. And he said words that echo in me. He said, life doesn't have to be this way. Life doesn't have to be this way. And so that's what I would tell each and every one of you. Life doesn't have to be this way. We don't have to struggle with debt. We don't have to struggle with time stress. We don't have to struggle with poor health. We can do something about it. We can own our own life. And that's really what this lifestyle opportunity is all about. Clinton Howard founded RBC Life, which is a company for the last 22 years actually, which has helped hundreds of thousands of satisfied customers, successful associates to find better health and lifestyle freedom. How does it do this? Is the question that you're no doubt answering. Because while everyone around tells us it's not possible, get real, give up on your dreams, some of us say, no, life doesn't have to be this way, and are going to do something about it. So what does RBC Life bring us as this lifestyle opportunity? Well, number one, it brings us health to enjoy life, because without your health, what do you have? And how many people do you know who are looking for better health? How many people do you know who have given up on finding better health? RBC Life products are recommended by doctors, backed by science, consumed by people like us who are seeking longer, healthier lives. They're designed to serve total body health needs, not to mask symptoms, not to cover up problems, not to dull pain, because pain is the messenger. And if you shoot the messenger, what do you have? You have a dead messenger, but you still have the message. The problem hasn't changed. So RBC Life products serve body needs. They serve to empower the body to function normally as it was designed to function. Now, these products divide into a number of categories. There's 50 or 60 different products, but you don't have to learn all about that. You don't have to become a nutritional expert or someone who is a walking encyclopedia. We have some of those that are available to us as resources. That's fabulous, but we don't have to become that. In fact, our whole product line we've got what we call the core products. Let me tell you about them. First up, we start with the basics, okay? And our most basic core product is called StemKine. StemKine renews, replenishes, and rejuvenates the body. How does it do that? Well, it nourishes the bone marrow to produce more stem cells. Now, people ask, well, are there stem cells in this product? The answer is no. This is a whole food product which nourishes the bone marrow like fertilizer. You fertilize your bean plants, you get more beans. You fertilize your lawn, you get more grass. You fertilize the bone marrow, and it produces more stem cells. Not stem cells from some controversial source, but stem cells from your own body. And your own body produces more stem cells, and this isn't just conjecture or hearsay or something that is good for the body, so it must be good for stem cells. No, StemKine has been clinically proven to increase the levels of circulating stem cells. So we're standing on solid science, not wishful thinking here. So produces more stem cells so that those stem cells then can circulate within the body to repair damaged tissue. Okay, I'm not going to go deep into the science of it, but if you're following the news, we hear again and again and again the wonders of what cells can do in healing the body. And if you want stories of people who have taken StemKine and some of our other products that I'm going to be talking about, we've got those for you as well. Ask the person who sent you to this webinar, and they can certainly tell you their own story as well. So, what else do we have as a basic? Well, we've got energy, endurance, and we've got longevity. And what is that? How does that come to us? It comes to us with a product called, oh, just getting a bit trigger happy here. Sorry about that. A product called Microhydrin Plus. And Microhydrin Plus is a powerful antioxidant that also increases alkalinity and boosts energy and endurance. Now, how many of us can't benefit from that? We hear about antioxidants, okay? Not going to go into the science again about that, but suffice it to say, our body needs antioxidant to protect it against damage, which leads to many of the so-called aging diseases. Our body also needs to stay in a slightly alkaline condition. Like the condition of your fish tank. Healthy tank equals healthy fish. Healthy body equals healthy body. Okay, so our internal fish tank needs to stay slightly alkaline, and Microhydrin Plus helps do it. In addition, it acts as a cellular energizer and increaser of endurance, if there is such a word. Okay, next up. So we take those StemKine Microhydrin Plus, then we can add, it's called Oliviva, which is a beverage that has as much antioxidant protection as 14 servings of fruits and vegetables. How many of you know that you should be eating more fruits and vegetables? Okay, well, best thing to do is go out and eat more of them. But how do you know that they're good? How do you know that they're rich and all of that stuff? Oliviva provides some of that insurance that our body is getting the antioxidant protection that it needs. Next up is Vitalo for cellular communication, which helps to support natural, healthy immunity, digestion, and circulation. And then another option is Protivity, which is a highly bioavailable amino acids for muscle building and muscle repair. So everyone takes Microhydrin Plus and StemKine, add to it Oliviva, Vitalo, or Protivity. Some people add all of them. How do you know which ones you want? Well, if you're concerned about your diet that's not so adequate, add in that Oliviva. If you're concerned that your immunity, your digestion, circulation is not so good, I'd add in the Vitalo. If you're very active and you're concerned about muscle building, you want to ensure that your body's getting the amino acids it needs, I take Protivity, or do you know what? Actually, to be honest, I take all of them because I want my body to get the absolute maximum best support possible. And many people we find choose some of these or take all of them and get phenomenal support for their body. All right. Okay, let's talk about the business side of it, can we? Okay, I've overviewed very briefly, but I've given you enough to take action on regarding the health side. So what about wealth to experience life at any age? And I love what Ron said. You can start from jail, you can start from Yale, and build something. Now, first off, what kind of income would you rather earn? There are three kinds of income, don't you? Well, the first is linear, is when you trade a unit of your time or effort for a unit of income. The most common form of linear income is when you are paid by the hour. You go in, you work from 9 to 5, you work your 8 hours, however many that is, and you get paid so much per hour. Now, some people, they don't get paid per hour, they get paid for per month, or they get paid an annual salary. Doesn't matter, same difference. You put in the hours, you put in the effort, you get the unit of income. Some salespeople say, well, I don't get paid by the hour, but you still get paid by your effort. If you do not work, you do not get paid. That's what linear income is all about. If you want to get paid more, what do you have to do? You have to work more. And I don't care if you are a minimum wage earner or you are an executive making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. If you get paid on a salary basis, you are earning linear income. And in order to work more, in order to earn more, what do you have to do? I just gave it away. What do you have to do? You have to work more. And in order to work more, you need to put in more time. In order to put in more time into earning income, you have to sacrifice something else. And so you may be earning lots of money, but what have you sacrificed on the road to earning that money? Isn't there a different way, Ron? There's 3 kinds, didn't you say? Yes, I did. Okay, so what's the third kind? A second kind is residual income. That means when your time or your effort today leads to ongoing income into the future. In other words, the time and the effort that I put in today will earn me income perhaps today, but it will earn me income next month and the month after that and the month after that and the month after that. And that will add to the income that I'm earning from the time and effort that I'm earning from last month and the month before and the month before that and the month before that. How does that sound? Does that sound a little bit more attractive to you than linear income? Absolutely. So what's the most common kind of residual income? The most common kind of residual income is investment income. So you invest money and you get paid. Well, depends how secure your investment, I guess, is. You might get paid a couple percent, which is not very good. What's the third kind of income? The third kind of income is what's called leveraged income. It means that your time and the effort today leads to income that is based on the work of not just yourself, but on the work of others. The most common form of leveraged income that we have is entrepreneurship, is a business ownership. When you own a business, you hire employees, and when they work, if your business is successful and all the money doesn't go to pay for your overhead, you will actually earn money based on the efforts of your employees. Well, which kind of income do you think you would like to be earning? Which kind of income would help you to achieve the lifestyle that you're looking for? Linear? Don't think so. Residual? Leveraged? Yeah, but what do you have to do in order to earn residual income? Typically, what are we told to do? We're told to save money, get interest on it. Well, you know that today you'd have to have about $100 to $150,000 invested in order to earn about $500 a month. Can you live on that? Okay, so multiply that out by about 10 times. You need to have about $1 million to $1.5 million invested in order to have about $5,000 a month in interest income. And unfortunately, that's out of range for many of us. So you look at leverage income and say, okay, start up a business. Well, what percentage of businesses fail? And if you want to do something that's a little bit more, quote, foolproof, then you get a franchise. And how much is that going to cost you? And then if you've ever owned a business like I did in the past, how much do you actually make when you're putting everything that comes in into your overhead and paying your employees? And then once you just start to get ahead, you have to invest in another piece of equipment. And so the rat race goes on and on and on and on. Well, RBC Life offers a way to earn some linear income, but also some residual and leveraged income. What does an RBC Life associate do? Well, number one, RBC Life business builders, business associates earn commissions based on performance. So the harder you work, the more you will earn. It's tied to that. It's tied directly to you. Ever felt like you're not getting paid for what you're worth? With an RBC Life business, you can get paid for what you're worth. Not only that, but the work that you do today can build long-term residual income into the future. You achieve success by helping others succeed. I said you earn commissions based on performance, but not only on your own performance, but on the performance of the members of your team. So, really, Bob Proctor called this the perfect business because you get more not by taking away from someone else, but by empowering someone else. Does that sound attractive to you? Think of that. The more others succeed, the more you succeed. I just was talking about this. RBC Life business builders are paid for the success of their team members. They experience the benefits of personal development. I think it was Ron Britton who talked about this. How many times do we hear people say that since beginning to build my RBC Life business, I have learned so much more about myself and how I function that I am better and more in tune in everything that I'm doing, whether it's my relationships, my friendships, or my business. And that's a powerful benefit. RBC Life Business Builders work a proven system with successful mentors. You've heard from just a few of them today, and those people are on a daily basis helping other people to be successful as well. RBC Life Business Associates build relationships as part of a vibrant, fun community. What is it? What's it worth doing if you can't have fun while you're doing it? And that's one of the things that RBC Life is all about. Well, as just part of that training, just want to pop out here that we've got coming up July 26th to 27th in Concord, California, just as an example of the kind of opportunities and training that we offer with that. It's our Quick Start Boot Camp. And then in this instance, we're going to have as well an extra day of personal development training on getting out of your own way, engaging your best self, and finding your place of power, understanding how you operate in a most efficient way. Okay, so how do you build your RBC Life business? Let's take just a minute here and we're almost ready to wrap up. Well, the first way you build your business is by bringing on new business builders. So you bring on new business builders who see the opportunity and are wanting to take action. Did you hear me say that? See the opportunity and are wanting to take action. Now, you don't go out trying to twist anybody's arm, trying to force people, trying to guilt people into doing something. You know what? If it doesn't fit for someone, that's fine. But you build your business by bringing on new business builders, build your business by building a growing network of product consumers, people who want to do something to take care of their health, either to regain better health or to maintain health. And then thirdly, by leading team members to greater success. So what happens? Your business grows as a growing number of people each consume a small number of products and share the products and opportunity with a small number of people who repeat that process. So what are the options for getting started? Well, there's a few of them. There's a basic associate kit, which people do, and we kind of call this is kind of kicking the tires a little bit. The cost is $117, value of $145. These are Canadian funds. So if you're in the United States of America, I believe the cost is about $99. Okay. There is a business builder, which the cost in Canada is $649, value of $989. In the United States, it's a little bit less than that. It's right around $549. And then there's the Business Builder Tri-Pack, where the cost is 1943 Canadian. Okay, take about 15% off of that, 549 times, so it's about 1650 American. And those are three options for getting started. Now, we don't really recommend anyone who wants to do this as a business to start with a basic associate kit. Like I said, it's kind of just a kick in the tires kind of thing. And it's really not something that's going to help you move forward in a powerful way. And to be perfectly honest, we don't even recommend that most people do that business builder tri pack. Okay. It's not a place where most people start unless you're really serious about making some serious money in a quick way. But really, the sweet spot where most people start is they start with a business builder. Now, I haven't told you what you get for that cost, but that cost is all product. So you choose the product that you want, product that you're going to experiment with in your own body, product that you're going to try, maybe share with a few people. You also get a website, your own personal website. You get access to a back office. It's going to chart the growth of your team. You get some literature, some DVDs, some training material. Okay, and I could list on the rest of the things. I won't do it, but it's packed with value, and the product alone is worth well over what you are going to pay for it. Now, any results mentioned are not necessarily typical. Success is a result of working hard and having a good attitude. But my question to each of you tonight is, what are you willing to do to take action? Are you ready to rediscover your dreams? Are you ready to make it happen? Because only you can choose that. Countless people have chosen RBC Life as a vehicle to help them grow their reality to match their dreams. Are you ready to do that? There's three typical responses as we share this in city after city. Three typical responses. First, people say thanks, but no thanks. I'm just going to stay where I'm at. Of course, we'd caution you and remind you that doing the same thing will not get you somewhere different from where you already are. I could say that differently. Only a fool thinks that by doing the same thing, they will get a different result. So say thanks, but no thanks, but don't be a fool about it. And even if you're saying thanks, but no thanks to the business or the lifestyle opportunity, what about your health? I'm not going to put pressure on you, but I know that even if this business isn't for you, probably our products are for you because you want to maintain and you want to regain better health. Next response that people say often is, I'd like to do more research. And absolutely, we encourage you to do that. We've got literature, we've got websites, we've got videos. There's lots of information available. Get in touch with the person who directed you to this, invited you to this webinar. They'll be happy to get that stuff for you and set you up with that. But I'd also like to encourage you to do some research in your own laboratory, your own body. So get some of that products. Remember that associate kit that I mentioned, $117 Canadian, 99 American. Get that. Get a couple products. You get a couple products in it, but get a couple other products as well. Experiment with that in your own body. Maybe even get some extra product to share with some people that you know and trust and get their opinion on the product as well. But do the research and don't just say that as an excuse to do nothing. And number three, people say, I get it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get started. I know that in order to get something different, I have to do something different. And so I see the success that people are having. And I want to join those who say life doesn't have to be this way and make my life something different. So option number two, get that business builder, get in touch with the person who invited you to this webinar. Tell them, yes, I'm a number two. I want to get started and get going. They'll help you select the product. They'll help you get that processed, and you'll be on your way to owning your life and growing your lifestyle freedom. So I'd like to thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name's Ron Zaire. About 20 years ago, my wife and I were newly married. We had nothing. We started out with nothing but debt, as we say. She had a great job that she was starting out. She was promoted rapidly into that. I tried several things, one of which was owning my own business, in which I paid great overhead. I paid money to my employees, and I made almost nothing myself, in spite of the fact that I worked extremely long hours. So we were at a point where we looked at our life and we said, living this way will not get us to where we want to get to. And so we made a choice at that time to grow an RBC Life business. Within about 4 years, my wife was able to quit her job, a very well-paying job, to be a full-time stay-at-home mom. Within about 9 years, I was able to basically retire before the age of 40. and we spent about 8 years working and giving our time and our income to charities. We traveled to various countries in the world and did work in those countries. And we were there for our kids as they went through those early formative years. About 3.5 years, we decided we were going to come back and build our business to the next level so that we could contribute to the success of many other people and help them fulfill their dreams. We're having a blast with it. The people you've heard from tonight are people that we personally work with, and we're excited to be able to be a part of their team and on the same team with them, following this system of success where we're helping people, having lots of fun, and seeing people really achieve their potential. So thank you for joining us tonight. Be sure to get back to the person who invited you to this webinar with any questions that you've got for them. Be sure to get back to them and tell them, yes, I want to get started, or hey, it's not the right time for me, but I'd like to look at some of that product because I want to do something for my health. Okay? So I look forward to helping you, to hearing from you as you are moving towards fulfilling your dreams. Have a great night and all the best. Bye for now.